Sometimes just eat and overfeed yourself. You can't even move or do anything else. Do we have anybody that has the experience? If you grow up with food scarcity, this means that you always ate when food was available because you're unsure of where the next meal is going to come from. It's only normal that you have survival instinct up when it comes to food. And that makes you begin to treat your stomach like a reservoir. It's totally relatable and understandable. If this is something you have been struggling with, your food habits, you overfeed most times, you don't eat to just stay alive, you are alive to eat, these things are completely normal. However, now in your adult age, it's showing up in a way that you don't like and you want to change it. This video is exactly what you need. I'm going to guide you through how that mindset came about, if yours is similar to my experience, and how you can overcome this, because I have worked on that and overcome to a very large extent. It is from that place I will be sharing. Hi, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mary Sabo. I am a corporate event host, and sometimes I speak about personal branding, personal growth, personal development, public speaking, and event hosting. And other days you will get to see the things that I get to do on a daily basis through vlogs, sharing with you events that I go to or the things that I do in my day-to-day life. So let's get right into this. And one day I was 85, overweight, had knee pain, had backache. I would walk a little and feel fatigued, feel phased out, feel tired, feel dizzy. And it was just beginning to tell a lot on my health. I knew at that point that I wanted to feel differently in my body. And I had to take on the journey of really demystifying the things that I had learned about food and eating growing up. Because growing up, we just ate because the food was available. We ate to keep alive. We ate because we were unsure of where the next meal was going to come from. And if this is similar to your story, I want you to know that the power is in your hands to change this. You have the power on the inside of you to be able to turn the narrative around by unlearning things, by getting to the roots of the matter, and actually teaching yourself how to be better when it even comes to your feeding habits. So one day I went back home to visit family, and a family member ate breakfast, lunch, dinner on one sitting. It was at that moment I realized where the actual problem came from. This is a family member that I love with all my heart, and seeing this person eat this way, it's only normal that as a child I took on this habit of eating so much because I saw this person that I love eat this thing. I thought it was okay. And now this family member has health issues as regards to being overweight because of this eating habit. I knew right there in that moment that I needed to change my environment. I went back home to spend about 2 weeks thereabout. I cut it short to about a week and moved back to my place of residence. So there are times where you need to take your life seriously and your health seriously, so much so that you have to move city, you have to change environments, because staying in the same environment that encourage that gluttony, that encourage eating not just because you're hungry but because the food is available, will do a lot of good to helping you overcome and do better with eating. When you don't have food around you, it helps you. When you have control over the kind of food that you eat, it helps you. As a northern girl, part of the way that my family knows how to show love is they stock you up with food. But I'm not that girl anymore. I'm not that girl who has a scarcity mentality when it comes to food. So I had to tell myself that it's okay to not eat till I'm full and I cannot breathe anymore. I had to stop. I had to change. I had to change environment for that to also happen. I think that the most change happened in my mind. I had to tell myself, okay, what happened? Why did I used to eat like this? I got to the root cause of the matter. And if you haven't done the introspection for yourself, please take some time to really reflect on the real reason you eat the way that you eat. Things don't just happen, they happen for a reason. So you want to find out, why am I eating like this? Why do I eat so much? You know, after doing all of this reflection and introspection, it really helped to bring things to the forefront. I became aware of the root cause of my eating habits and I started dealing with it. I noticed that also the things that were making me put on some weight was because I was consuming a lot of processed sugary food. I had to reduce on all of that. The moment I began to pay attention to that, it really helped. I started eating fruits because fruits provide certain nutrients that your body needs for survival. As you grow older, you begin to realize that healthy eating is not an option anymore. It's compulsory, it's mandatory, especially if you plan to live healthy, to live long, to live strong. You really need to do that. And then for people who don't like workouts, oh, sorry to bust it to you, but you have to keep moving. You don't have to do extensive workout. What you can do is to take walks if that comes very easily to you. Ensure you take walks. Make sure you are moving that body. Don't sit for too long. Just make sure you are moving your body because it's absolutely important. It keeps you healthy, it keeps you strong, alive and strong, healthy and strong. Anyways, it just keeps you really strong. It keeps you moving, it keeps you really healthy, so you want to also incorporate some form of exercise into your daily routine because that helps. Maybe you're going to work and instead of using the elevator you decide to use the stairs when you're coming down. All these measures you need to put in place. If you get to your bus stop, instead of taking a bike, you can resort to taking a walk, and begin to eat the food that you enjoy to eat. You can eat your proper meals. If you're in Nigeria, you can still eat your Nigerian meals and still maintain a healthy weight. All you need to do is portion control. Do it in the right proportion. Still eat the food that you love to eat, but in a more healthier version. So take more protein, less of carbs. You need to stay hydrated. Have fruit. The cheat code for having fruit is have fruits that you enjoy to eat. If you love apples, have that more. If you love bananas, have that. You can do a mixture of all of these things. You can also blend it into smoothie. So there are just different ways to go about this thing. Honestly, you're capable of changing your life. You just need to discipline and decide for yourself that yes, I want this change and I'm going to do it. And if you're not overweight, if you don't have to struggle with weight, I didn't even start with weight. I started with eating habits. You can be slim and be eating dangerously in a way that is harmful to your body. You also want to watch that as a person, right? I hope that you're learning something already. So if you haven't liked this video already, go back and like this video so that the YouTube algorithm can push this video to the people who actually need it and would find this very valuable. There are so many people out there who need this valuable information about how to eat right as a person, how to eat healthier, how to overcome gluttony. This would really, really help them. If you have done that, well done, and thank you. Now let's continue. You might be asking, what are the practical things you need to do to help with this eating habit? I would suggest that you do portion control. Begin to reduce your portions of food. If you used to eat 3 wraps of amala or 3 wraps of swallow, right? Because that's a traditional meal in Nigeria. You can reduce it to 2. It's not realistic to just drastically reduce it to 1. Small by small, a gradual process. That way is sustainable and your body doesn't notice it as much. It's a trick that you have to play on your mind and your body as well. So practice portion control. Another thing is the 80-20 rule. Just before you are full, stop eating. Don't eat until you are full. Once you feel satisfied just enough, not yet filled to the brim, yes, that's when you should stop eating. And also you can practice intermittent fasting. What this means is you have a window period in a day where you don't eat. For instance, if you're working a 9 to 5 job, you go to work in the morning. If you have your breakfast by 10 a.m., you can say, I'm going to just drink water and have fruit in the afternoon. Then when I go back home, I'm going to have a light meal. That way, it's going to help you. Have a day you also fast the whole day. That's going to help you. It's going to help you adjust and your body also adjusts to not having food in your system all the time. So, yes, you paid for the food, but if you're full, your health and well-being over the money that you paid for the food. It's okay to not finish the food. If it's too much, you don't have to eat it. Just know, just retrain your mind and tell yourself that it's safe here. It's okay not to finish all the food, okay? I hope that this helps you a great deal. Now, what you went through is real, but it doesn't define your forever. You can retrain your mind and have a better relationship and a healthier relationship with food. And most importantly, you can do anything you set your mind to do. Wishing you all the best. Until the next one. Bye.